coronation from Len Oddity on Sullivan. Why? Why is he out here? Arabian facebuster from Sabu. The cover. It's over.
Here are your winners, Sabu and Reefer.
So Len Oddity interferes and costs Jim Sullivan his shot at becoming the FTW World Champ. And Sabu and the Grim Reaper will advance in the Road to Gold tournament. One of these two men will become the first ever FTW World Heavyweight Champion. These two men will meet at FTW End of the Beginning on May 24th, and they're going at it. As referee Sean Hansen and Chuck Morris is back out there trying to break up these two. As Len Oddity comes back out to try to break things up. And it seems as if they are, but Reefer attacks Sabu again. Being pulled off by Len Oddity. These two may respect each other, but there is no love lost here. And one of these two men will become the first FTW World Champ on May 24th. And Sabu just lays out Reefer with a chair shot. Who will become the first ever FTW World Heavyweight Champion?
What's up, guys? Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the match, and it was pretty cool there to see Reefer and Sabu really get into each other's faces at the end of that match. They both really wanted to become the FTW World Heavyweight Champion, but we know how things turned out, as Reefer is currently the reigning FTW World Champion. Now, another thing that happened at the end of that match has led to what's going to happen at Rise Against. You saw Len Oddity interfere in that match and cost Jim Sullivan a shot at becoming the FTW Champ. And since that time, things have really gotten out of control between those two. We don't really know why Oddity attacked Sullivan, but things progressed even further. Back at Pain and Suffering, when Oddity was going one-on-one with Danny Demanto, and Sullivan came out and cost Oddity the match. Later on that evening, Sullivan was in a match of his own, and Oddity came out and distracted him, costing him that match. Things have gone back and forth between these two. And finally, they will settle their differences September the 13th at 4 p.m. at Rise Against. Recently, the FTW camera crew caught up with Len Oddity to get his thoughts on Jim Sullivan, his upcoming match against him, and also why this all started in the first place. Now, if you haven't seen this already, it's a little disturbing, it's a little weird. I'm not really sure what to make of it. Just go to the tape.
No, I know he did. Big Jim Sullivan. Big Jim Sullivan. Big Jim Sullivan. Big Jim Sullivan. Come on, you and me. Let's show them what a real bloodbath is. I'm gonna make your life a living hell. You have no idea. You want it, you got it. You and me. Bloodbath City. Barbed wire. Thumbtacks. Chairs. Name it. We'll bring it. We'll use it. You hear my teeth chattering behind your ear all of a sudden, and it won't go away. And of course, one day you're gonna come home. There's gonna be a little car in the driveway. You're not gonna know what's going on, and you're gonna open up the door. It's gonna be me. I'm gonna be sitting there with your wife, having dinner. Your kid's gonna be, oh daddy, how do I do the homework? And they're gonna come up to me with their faces painted. They're gonna choke. I'm gonna make them scream. And then, when they lay there in their beds, sleeping away to heaven, I'm gonna get a knife and I'm gonna cut a smile into their faces. You don't know who you're messing with. All of us in here, none of us like you. And guess what? We all want to kick your ass. Remember, draw an X on your forehead, kids. It might protect you from the voices, but it won't protect you from me. It says, please leave a message after the beep. Beep.
Folks, there really aren't enough words in my vocabulary to describe to you what exactly was going on in Len Oddity's head during the time of that interview. But I do know this, that on September the 13th, Oddity will finally square off with Jim Sullivan, and you cannot afford to miss it. If you haven't been to an FTW event yet, what are you waiting for? We're talking about Beefcake, The Sandman, Balls Mahoney, Oddity and Sullivan, the FTW World Champ, the Grim Reefer, Jay Lover, Earl Cooter, Frost, the Tag Team Title Tournament, and much more. Tickets are only $15. They're $20 at the door. All ages are welcome. On September the 13th at 4 p.m. when FTW Wrestling presents Rise Against, Lefty's Bar and Grill, 543 West Hoffman Avenue in Lindenhurst, New York. All ages are welcome. However, you must be 21 or older to consume an alcoholic beverage. Now, I told you guys a little earlier that 2 of the matches taking place at Rise Against will be from the FTW World Tag Team Title Tournament. FTW officials felt that the tag team scene here in FTW was really starting to heat up, and what better time to crown our first tag champs than right now. Now, the tournament will work like this. There will be 4 first-round matches. The winner from each of those matches will then go on to meet in 2 semi-final matches. Then the winner from those 2 matches will meet in the finals of the tournament. The winner of that match will become the first ever FTW World Tag Team Champions. Now at Rise Against, you're only going to see 2 first-round matches. The other matches will take place at a later time. And those 4 teams are really trying to make a name for themselves here in FTW. We've seen Team New Era, Matt Bomboy and Corey Castle, many times before. Are they the ones that have what it takes to become the first ever FTW World Tag Team Champions? I mean, they're young, they're quick, they're smart, but do they have what it takes to defeat these FTW newcomers, the Nigerian Nightmares? As I said, not much is really known about these Nightmares, except for the fact that they are both gigantic, weighing in at over 400 pounds each. Will the size be too much of a mismatch for Team New Era to overcome? We'll find out at Rise Against. The other tag team match that'll be taking place will see the Alumni Club against the Third Reich. Both of these teams are extremely athletic, and they both want to win. They both want to make a name for themselves here in FTW, and what better way to do it than to become the first ever FTW World Tag Team Champions. Now, we've seen the Alumni Club in action as they defeated Brian Anthony and Christian Frost back at Road to Gold. And we've seen the Third Reich in action as they twice defeated Team Zero. Once again, these 2 teams will meet at Rise Against. Do the Alumni Club have what it takes to overcome the dastardly ways of the Third Reich? We've seen the Third Reich. The fans despise them, but they get the job done. They're big, they're strong, but the Alumni Club, they're no slackers themselves. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these 2 teams will meet at Rise Against on September the 13th to begin the tournament to crown the first ever FTW World Tag Team Champions. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said, this tag team title tournament is really going to be awesome. We know who 4 of the teams are. We also know that All Money is Legal will be involved within this tag team tournament. As for the other teams, we're not too sure at this point, as FTW officials are being very secretive. But we do have a feeling that these guys may be involved.